Hi everybody, and welcome to Cooking with Cricket. Today I'm going to bring you along as I attempt to make some jelly, or to can some jelly. This is my canner going with the water coming up to boil. This will be the second time that I've made it, and I'm not going to go through the whole process with you because I got this recipe from Heather over at the Needy Homesteader. I'm going to link her video to what I'm making today. It will be in the description box, so y'all go check out her video. But like I say, please don't follow along with me because I am not no pro by no means at canning, but I do enjoy it. And the first batch that we made apple jelly, and it was real good, and it's all gone. So this is a jelly you can make using any kind of juice, which is try to get the 100% juice with no sugar added, and try not to get a lot of artificial stuff in it either. Like Heather says, the Juicy Juice is a good brand. You can pick out any flavor that you want. So we're going to try cherry. We figured cherry jelly might be good. So this is 100% juice and has no sugar added. And just like before, I will have my phone with that video of Heather's playing, because she made it, it's almost like in real time. And so like last time, I can just pause it, catch up with her, and then like making it right with her. So thank you, Heather. And also Linda from Linda's Pantry and Heather, and I'll post both their links below, has been doing a lot of canning videos, and it really is inspiring me. You know, we have our tiny little garden, and I don't want to see a lot of food go to waste. I know some things have to be pressure canned, but right now I'm just learning with the water bath canner. So the link that I'm going to leave you on Linda's Pantry is to the new, there's, and I'm going to get tickled when I say this, and Heather knows why. The Fall Blue book, I hope I'm saying that right. I have the old one, so there's a new one out. And Linda did a whole video on it, and you really need to get that book. So I've done ask Ricky to order one for me, but go through Linda's link. She has it linked through Amazon, and that helps her channel too. So y'all go check them out, and I know I bug them to death with a lot of questions, but so let's get started. In my water bath canner, like I say, I have the water heating up to sterilize our jars, and you want to sterilize everything that you're going to use. And as y'all know, my kitchen right in this area is so tiny, like only one person can be in here. So when it gets to the point where these are done, then I'll move to my table. And let me show you this. I've taken all of my jars, all of my new jars, washed them real good in some warm soapy water, and all of my equipment, I've washed it up too, and we're going to sterilize it. So we're going to put our jars in the canner, and we're going to sterilize those. I'm probably going to go about 10, 15, 20 minutes. But you can also, my dishwasher's not working now, but if it has a sterilize or sanitize section, you can do that. And with our rings and lids, you can use the same rings as long as they're not rusty or anything, but you do want new seals, because these are just regular seals. I know there are Tattler lids out there, but I don't really know nothing about those. But once you use these, you don't want to use them anymore to seal stuff. So like I say, please go check out their channels. They're a lot more knowledgeable than I am. But I thought I'd just bring you along. You know, maybe I can inspire somebody else like they have me. And it really is a lot of fun. You know what's in your food and everything, and so I'm trying to learn to be more self-sufficient, know where our food comes from and everything. So let me get my jars sterilized and I'll get everything set up. And I'm sorry this will be a long video, so you can skip through it if you want to, and I'll be back. Okay, I have my rings and my lids. I just put this water, I brought it up to a boil, put my rings and lids in there, and then I'm going to shut it off and just leave them sitting in there till we need them. And my jars are ready, so we can get started. In my pan, and I'm going to ask Ricky, both Heather and Linda have this beautiful, it looks like a cast iron enamel pan that they use, and I want one. So we're going to start off with 5 cups of our juice. 2 and 5. I'm going to try to do this where I can fit and y'all can see. We're going to need 7 cups of sugar. And so in this bowl I have 7 cups of sugar, but we're going to take out about 1/4 of it, put it in another bowl, along with 8 tablespoons of pectin. Now Heather says, and when she's making this, that there is a pectin where you can use less sugar, and but we're doing it this way. And we need 8 tablespoons of pectin. We're going to add it to this little bit of sugar that we poured out. And let me turn my juice on. 1, 2, 8. And then she always, let's see, there was just a little bit left in this jug, adds just a little bit extra. That brought her good luck, so it brought me good luck, so we're just going to go with it. And then we're going to mix this together. There, that's ready. Now, let's see. Alright, let me pause, get back to her video, because I can't remember if my juice needs to come up to the boil before I add the pectin and sugar, or if I can add it now, and I'll be right back. Yes, she went ahead and added it. So, and I have my eye set on high, and used a spatula so you can scrape every bit of that out. And we're going to stir this around to get that dissolved. And now we're going to bring this to a boil that you cannot stir down. So we're coming up to a boil that, let's see. Okay, we cannot stir this bowl down. See, we're stirring it, but we still can't stir it down. So now we're going to add our remaining sugar. Let's see, I'm going to use a whisk. We're going to mix this in, get the sugar dissolved. And let me get back to my video and my notes. Oh, and we're also going to add 1 tablespoon of butter. This will help keep the foam and the froth down. And the next jelly I'll be making of hers is her Welch's grape jelly. And then Linda has made this pineapple jelly with like jalapenos and stuff in it. I'm gonna have to make that. That looks so good. Okay, I think all my lumps are gone. Get back to my spatula. Now, once this comes to a hard boil that you cannot stir down, we're going to time it for 1 minute. And then we're ready. Okay, we're coming up to a boil. And we can't stir this bowl down. Alright, let me set my timer for 1 minute. Just kind of stay with it. Stir it around. Mine might be boiling too hard. I turn my heat down just a little bit. Once my minute's up, I'm going to remove it over to where I'm going to can it at. And I will set up the camera right here beside my stove. So I'll be back as soon as my minute's up. Okay, I hope I have you set up so you can see. Get me a paper towel. I'm using these pretty little half-pint jars that I found. I'm going to take it directly out of the canner, empty the water out, get out 2 jars at a time, so that way you'll have something to put your funnel on. And you want to fill them up to a 1/4 inch headspace. Maybe just a little bit more in this one. Just a little bit. Alright. Now these are hot. So now take a little bit of your vinegar on paper towel and wipe around your jar. Get any sticky and all off. Get you a ring out, a seal. Ow. And then one of your rings. Ow. Ooh. Okay, just like fingertip tight. Put it back in your canner. Get out another jar. And just continue. And when I get done and ready for it to be processed, then I'll be back. Alright, so I have 8 half-pint jars and then 2 of those itty-bitty teeny tiny ones. And we really didn't have none left over. Let me show you. Well, what's left over in my pan has already jellied up. See? So that's enough for us to go try. And believe me, that apple jelly, when I tried it warm like that, I sat and ate the whole bowl. It was so good. So now I'm going to carefully, y'all, while I was loading my jars, my arm hit that one rack and it kind of dropped it down in there. I'm just glad the camera was off. So we're going to let this come back to a good rolling boil, which is almost there, but I'll keep checking it. Once it comes to a good rolling boil, we're going to boil it undisturbed for 10 minutes. And then once the 10 minutes are up, I'll meet you back at the table. Again, there's different times for different things to be processed. I am no expert at all. So please don't follow any of my guidelines or anything. Please go to, do your research. Please go watch Heather's video. Please go watch Linda's video. Order that book from Linda's channel. And do your research. And like I say, this is my second time of making jelly, but I'm really getting into it. My next attempt is going to be the Welch's grape, and I'm going to make that pineapple with the peppers that Linda made. And but please, there's different things need different processing times that, you know, I'm learning. And we've got this garden, so Heather, Linda, anybody out there, can I water bath green beans? Booger, her channel, she made some green beans from her garden, made like pickled green beans. I'm going to link that link too, because I want to make those too, because oh my gosh, those look good. And to me, nothing's better than home canned green beans. And that's what I remember eating when I was little. So, we're almost there, So I will bring you back to the table. Once these get done, I'm going to have to do the long trek from here to my table, because wherever we rest our jars, once we take them out of the canner, that's where they need to stay, undisturbed, draft free, for at least till they completely cool, and then I'll get into that later on. But please, I just thought I'd just bring you along. And I was scared to death to can. I still am a little leery. I was so afraid that I would do something wrong and it might make somebody sick, and that would just tear me apart, you know. But I've been watching videos, I've been watching them, and really getting my confidence up. And it's just so pretty to look at your shelves and all of your food that you've canned yourself. You know what's in it and everything. So the green beans and the tomatoes and all, that will be something that will be an accomplishment for me. You know, jelly, okay, yeah, I won't be so scared of that. Still am afraid I'm going to do something that would make somebody sick. But the jelly, I mean the green beans and the tomatoes, I'll really be scared. But I've been watching their videos and watching their videos, researching and reading up and everything. So I'm going to quit babbling. If you have any tips for me, let me know. And let me see. I think we're about there. Yep, we're there. We're at a good hard boil. So let me time this for 10 minutes and then I'll meet you at the table. Alright, my timer's about to go off. So on my kitchen table, it's pretty big, I have a nice thick towel set down. And you want to put your jelly somewhere where it's undisturbed, because you don't want to move it once you take it out. Take it out, and we're just going to let it sit and chill till it's completely cooled. And that's going to take hours and hours and hours. And we already have pinging going on the ceiling. And I'm going to be honest with you, the first time I made jelly and I heard that jar do that, I kind of ran, because I didn't know if it was about to explode. You want to kind of set them apart from each other. Give them their own space. And we've done tasted the jelly, the little bit that was left over, and it's good. And this whole process didn't take long at all. And look at these itty bitty teeny tiny jars. When I get good at making jelly, I'm going to get a bunch of these little jars like that. So when I make jelly, I'll have a bunch of assorted different kinds and can give away as gifts. I haven't heard any more pinging going on, so I hope everything's alright. But isn't that pretty? And I feel accomplished. I feel satisfied, if that makes sense. I've made jelly. So, out of juice. And like Heather said, there's so many varieties, different flavors. So, now we want to wrap them up because we don't want to cool them off too quick. Let's see. And don't press down to see if they're sealed. Not yet. So we're going to let these chill out for several hours. Then once they're cooled and everything, we'll check the seal. If one happened to not seal, just go ahead, put that in your refrigerator, and you and your family go ahead and eat it. The ones that did seal, remove the rings, check the seal, make sure it's good and sealed, but don't open this, don't unseal it. And we're going to wash those. Let me give you an example. After they've cooled and everything, and if they've sealed, oh, these lids don't even feel like you can tell if they've sealed. Well, we should be able to, because I did hear one of them ping. We're going to remove the ring. If it hasn't sealed, like I say, y'all go ahead and put it in your refrigerator and just eat it. But then you're going to remove the ring, you know, make sure it's good and sealed everywhere. And we're going to wash them in some warm soapy water and then dry them. And then we have our jelly, because your jars will be sticky and all. So you don't even have to store them with the ring on, because it sometimes gets rusty. Now, I don't like putting labels on my jars either. So I will just write what it is, and I'll write the date on the top. Thanks for coming along with me as I can. My second batch of jelly. It's hot in this kitchen. And but you don't want there to be drafts going on. So just over the table today, I won't turn on the ceiling fan. But and I want to thank everyone. The month of May has been very hard on us. And I did think about quitting everything. And I want to thank everyone that's given me a shout out. That just made me feel wonderful. I wasn't even expecting it. And it just blessed me so much. And I want to thank the Lord for laying it on their hearts to do that. And for all the love that everyone showed through our family's very difficult times. And it means a lot just to have that love shown back. And I want to thank all of my subscribers and all of the new wonderful subscribers too. And I just want to thank everyone for the love. And know that I love you all. So I want to thank Heather and Booger and everyone else. And if I've left your name out, I'm so sorry. I don't mean to. Just still a lot going on. So still a little forgetful. But that really meant a lot to me. And I want to thank everyone. So just know that I love you all. Slowly getting back to normal. Slowly getting back to filming. And I did have some videos filmed in advance. So yeah, if you like this video, let me know. Please give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. Leave me a comment. I love hearing from you all. You are all wonderful, wonderful, wonderful people. And you've made this girl feel like she's got some friends. One more thing real quick. I posted on my personal Facebook that I was going to be making jelly. And my best friend, Anna, hey Anna, asked me could I find a recipe for some good homemade strawberry fig jelly or jam. So if anyone out there has a good recipe on that, please let me know so I can show it to her, or I can make some. But if you already have a recipe, let me know so I can show it to her. Thanks everyone. Bye.